everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Bri, and a fun fact about me is that no matter where I'm sleeping, whether it's taking a nap or if it's actually sleeping at night, I always tend to lose one sock, and only one sock. So one sock will stay on one foot and then the other will disappear into the bed. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial. As you can see, I have no makeup on my face, and we are going to beat this face and get ready for the day using the makeup that I talked to you guys about in my first Declutter series video. If you haven't checked that out, I will put a card up above. Also, you could definitely check it out in the description box. But if you haven't watched that video yet, basically what I'm doing is throughout the year, I'm gonna be going through each and every one of my makeup products and test them out for a week, see if I like them or not, and then at the end of the week, I'm gonna come back and tell you guys if I like them, if I don't, if I'm keeping them, or if I'm decluttering them and letting them go. Now this one, as you can see, I'm gonna be very chatty just because it's the beginning of the series. Now some days it's gonna be like this, where it's gonna be a chatty get ready with me tutorial. Some days it's going to be a voiceover, and then some days when I'm really lazy or if I'm really pressed for time, it'll just be a music video. I'm gonna stop rambling and we're gonna get started. So we're gonna start with the face. I'm gonna start off by trying to use this primer. This is by Maybelline and it is the Prime Perfection. I don't know if I have any left. I think I might have like one use left in here. We're gonna see. Yeah, I think this is out. Okay, well, this is done. So we decluttered it. Okay. Ooh, let's go with this one. This is the Makeup Forever Hydrating Primer. We'll see if I have any left in this. Oh yeah, we've got some. There you go. So this is what I'm gonna be using. It's so interesting because this one's very thick, whereas the one I've been using is more liquidy. So it's weird to not being able to press it and smear it into my skin. Hence why I'm so red. I'm gonna prime my lips, and I'm gonna be using this Burt's Bees Island Lip Balm with passion fruit. I don't know how I feel about this, so we're just gonna see. Oh, it's not creamy, so it's hard to glide, but my lips are super chapped, so I am desperate at this point. So now that that's on, I'm gonna go in with a foundation that I've had for quite some time. I actually don't know if I have any left. Like I said, this whole declutter series, it's gonna be a flop and a fail sometimes, but I'm being honest and real with you guys. So the foundation that I'm gonna try to use today is the Smashbox Liquid Halo Foundation. I'm in the shade 2. I love the packaging. It's really hard to tell with this kind of packaging if we do have any left, so we shall see. I'm gonna use my Real Technique sponge. Oh wow, I do have product. Perfect. This will be the foundation that I will be using all week then. First of all, I can see it's not really doing much, so I'm gonna have to get a good amount on there because it really didn't cover up anything on my face. And I have a lot of pigmentation. I've got some acne scarring, so I just want to cover that up. Luckily, I don't have any texture on my face. I've been trying out a new skincare, but so far so good. I've only been using it for almost a week, and it's really clearing up my skin. I feel like this is very, very light coverage. As you can see, I've got so much pigmentation on my skin that it's not really covering up. So I'm gonna try to build it up. I mean, it definitely looks like a second layer of skin, which is really nice. I just want it to be, you know, a thicker layer of skin. For my under eyes, I'm gonna be using this. It's by Maybelline. It's the Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I will say the one thing I'm not a big fan of is this applicator. Have we used it all? No, there we go. Whoa. Okay, now I have too much. Oops. Okay, what we'll do is we'll just use it all over the face. Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah, that just feels really weird. Ugh. Now I came onto this because Tati, Glam Guru, raves about this. And I have been using it for a while. I will say that. I have been using it for a couple of years, but I just don't know if it's my tried and true, you know? But that's what this series is all about, is trying to figure out what my tried and true makeup products are. That way I can just minimize my makeup to only my essentials. So we're gonna work on the eyes. I have two bases that I'm gonna be using all week long. And the one that I'm gonna be using today, it's the LOC by Tati Shadow Stick. It's a very beautiful champagne color. So I am just going to attempt to apply this all over the lid. See, it'll apply on my hand really easily, but it will not apply on my eye as nicely as I would want it to. I will say this is not my absolute favorite. So what I'm gonna start off with is my eyeshadow, and I'm gonna be using the Naked Urban Decay palette. I don't actually know when I purchased this. I kept it in great condition. I just never reach for it. So that's what I wanna do this week, is see if I really love it or not, and if I just need to declutter it. We're gonna start off with Naked, and that's gonna be my transition color. I'm just gonna go in with a big fluffy brush. It's by Morphe. I think it's the G24, yes. I'm gonna go into Naked, and I'm just going to lightly sweep this into the crease. I love the Ultimate Basics palette. That's my ultimate favorite. Let's go into Buck. So Buck is this shade right here. Just gonna take a little bit of Buck and I'm gonna hit it on the outer corner and then blend it in. I will say I like this shadow more for the transition. I think Naked is okay. Definitely not my favorite transition color because it definitely is very naked. Like, I now know why they named it that name. I'm gonna go in with another fluffy brush, my tried and true It Cosmetics airbrush, and I'm just going to make sure that I blend out those edges. Okay, we're gonna go in with my Sephora Pro Cream Shadow Brush. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is called Sin, and I'm gonna apply that to the lid. Well, that's a beautiful color. I feel like when everyone started off with this eyeshadow palette, this was their go-to look that they did. It was just so simple, so easy. For the inner corner and also on the brow bone, I'm gonna be using the shade Virgin, which is clearly my favorite in the palette. I don't even know what this eyeshadow brush is. It's by Victoria Beauty, but she doesn't make eyeshadow brushes anymore. But I'm just going to place the product right there in that inner corner just to really brighten it up. I take a little bit of Virgin and I'm going to apply that under the brow bone. Really highlight those hairs that need to be trimmed. This is by Urban Decay and it is the eyeshadow in Midnight Cowboy. I received this as a gift for my birthday and I just never use it because there's so much fallout. What I'm gonna be using is the Ben Nye Final Seal. It is a matte makeup sealer and I'm gonna see if it'll help keep the product to stay on my face. I'm just gonna dip it into the eyeshadow. It's a beautiful eyeshadow and I'm just going to pat that on the eye. I'm gonna take a little bit of that and just go right under the lower lash line. Now for the outer crease, I am gonna go in with this shadow right here. It is called Hustle, and it's this beautiful purple shade, and I think it's gonna really tie well with the eyeshadow that I'm gonna be using on my lower lash line. So I'm just going to use this with my Luxie 231 small tapered brush. I need to get more Luxie brushes because they are amazing. So I am just stamping this in the outer corner and then I'm going to blend it out. Then what I'm gonna do is take a big fluffy brush. Actually, I'll just go in with my It Cosmetics brush and we will just blend it in. I don't want anything harsh. I just want a really nice, soft, smoky outer V. So for the lower lash line, I'm gonna go in with this LOC by Tati shadow stick, but this one is in the shade Night Owl. It's this gorgeous, gorgeous burgundy color. I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna drag it underneath as a base. So I'm gonna use this eye pencil. This is by Sephora and this is in the shade Love Affair. I'm just gonna take this on the lower lash line and I'm almost out of this. But this is one that I know that I will definitely repurchase, but I figured with this look, this would be a perfect combo. And then I am gonna tightline with this. Now to smoke out the lower lash line, I'm gonna go in with this gorgeous eyeshadow. This is by NYX and this is the shade Vortex. I'm gonna use my Real Techniques shading brush. I love this brush. So I'm just gonna dip that in there and then we are going to work on that lower lash line. So I'm gonna go in with the Tati shadow stick and I'm just going to gently go across the top lash line. Only halfway in. I'm gonna go in with the shadow and we are just going to smoke it out. The mascara that I found in my collection, I don't know if I'm out of this mascara, but I know I've had it for a while. And this is the CoverGirl Plumpify Blast Pro. I've had this mascara at least since the spring, I think. I think Influencer sent this to me. I don't remember how I felt about this. Oh yeah, we definitely have products. So I'm just gonna use this on my top lash line. Fact of the matter is, for these mascaras, unless there's one that I find that's as comparable to my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, I'm just using up the mascaras. I don't think I'll repurchase any of these mascaras. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be using this Maybelline Lash Discovery Mini Brush waterproof mascara. And this is what I'm going to be using on my lower lash line all week long. I'm just going to run this along my lower lash line. I feel like this is very comparable to the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara, which you guys know is my tried and true. And now that I'm looking at the lashes, they seem a little stubby. I have a bag of my essential makeup products that I know that I love. I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara just to help lengthen those, because I definitely feel like it did volumize, which I'm appreciative of, but it didn't give any length. I'm gonna move on to my brows. This is by Tarte, and this is the Amazonian Clay Brow Mousse. You guys know that I have the original, and I loved it. I loved this for my brows, but they reformulated it, so I'm curious to see if I'm really going to love this or not. First of all, I am going to brush out my brows. This glides easier than the other one because it's more of a creamier consistency than the original formula. So I'm just gonna brush this out, make it look semi-realistic. One brow, no brow. So now that we're zoomed out, I don't think I'm gonna set my face with powder. I think actually I'm only gonna set my chin because that is a bit tacky. The powder and contour that I'm gonna be using all week is this one right here. This is by Wet n Wild. This is their Color Icon Contour and Highlight Palette, and this is in the shade Dulce de Leche. Now, this is in their original packaging and original powder. This used to be a holy grail powder of mine. As you can see, I have an indent in there. I used to love this powder for setting, so I'm really excited to see if I still love it. So I'm just gonna be using my big fluffy brush by Real Techniques. Dab in there, make sure I don't get the contour. I'm just gonna press that on my chin, press that around my nose. Basically where I set that really creamy concealer. I'm going to contour. So like I said, I'm gonna be using the contour shade in this palette. I'm gonna first go in with my little Smashbox contour brush. This came with their contour kit, which that's another one I gotta test out because I don't know if I'm a major fan of it or not. Now this has a lot of kick-ups, so that's a major downfall. I'm just going to press this on the spot that I want it to be. Then to blend it out, I'm going to be using this brush right here. I think it's just an Up and Up brush. It's either by Target or by Walmart. I don't know, I've had it for years, but it does wonders with blending out my bronzer and contour. I'm just going in and blend that all out. For highlight, I'm going to be using my Physicians Formula highlight. This is the Shimmer Strips. I'm going to use my Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of this portion. I just take like the top portion of it, and I'm just going to press it on my skin. But I don't know if I necessarily want to keep something if I'm only going to use the top half. I mean, I can use the others for eyeshadow, so I can definitely try that out, but yeah, I don't know if I just want to keep it for the top section. I'm gonna apply a little bit to my Cupid's bow and then a little bit to my nose. You know what? I really want to smoke out that top lash line, so I'm just gonna go back to my eyes and I'm gonna go in with that NYX eyeshadow. I just feel like I'm very bottom heavy, and since I'm already bottom heavy in real life, I don't want my eyeshadow to be the same, so I'm just going to press this in the outer V, and that'll actually help cover up any of the mascara that I now see has transferred onto my top lash line. I definitely feel like that kind of helps even everything out. And then I'm just gonna go back in with my fluffy brush and blend out the crease. And then for blush, I have two blushes that I can use, but I think for this look, I'm gonna go with the Tea Rose. So I'm just gonna take this with my new favorite brush to apply blush. This is by e.l.f. and it doesn't say the name, but I think it's just a blush brush. I'm just gonna take one little pat of it and I'm going to press this onto the cheeks. It's a very cool tone look, I feel. I never wear cool tone makeup, so I think that's what's throwing me off today is I'm like, what is different about this? And it's very cool tone, which I always wear warm tone. Wow, that's very pigmented. That's the downfall of this brush, is it definitely packs on the color. So I'm just gonna go in and blend it out a bit. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my face with the Final Seal by Ben Nye. Oh, don't get that in your nose. And we're gonna go in with lips. So there are a couple of lip products, as you'll see in my video. I'm using the same line for both my lip liners and my lipsticks today. But I think since we went with a very smoky eye, I'm gonna go with a very neutral lip. So the lip liner that I'm gonna test out is Essence Lip Liner, and this is in the shade Satin Mauve. I'm going to outline my lips and fill them in. It's very creamy. And then I'm gonna go in with my Revlon Ultra HD lip color, and this is in the shade Seduction. I don't know how I feel about these. We're gonna see how long they last. I love the smell of them. They smell like candy, but I'm gonna place this on top. I do like this makeup look. It's something that I normally don't wear, but that's the whole beauty of this, is kind of playing with makeup and seeing what I can do with the palettes that I have and testing out and seeing if I like them or not. That is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and definitely go subscribe and join my little family here on YouTube. But with that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing week and I will see you in the next video. Take care.